Legends, statement, store. Ow. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And I'm supposed to be a legend. Ow.
Hey, we're back because we had a glitch and we had to make sure that we talked to the court. So I'm gonna pop one of my co-hosts, Dallas, back in. Hey, Dallas,
Hey, guys.
back in the den for a
Yes,
quick update. Quick update since we had some technical issues the last time. So
breaking news.
yes, breaking news, honey. So as I said before, um, I am postponing nations pageants until September the 24th, 25th, and 26th, and that will be all of the divisions. Any contestants who have already sent entry fees, please reach out to me and let me know if you would like your entry fees refunded. That would not be a problem. Just please let me know, and we can send you a cashier's check or money order to return your entry fees. Um, so first off, I would like to welcome to the Den. He's one of the promoters for Northern States Nations, and he is Mr. Stephen Wells.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Fine. How are you? We finally got you in a platform where we could hear you and talk to you. So sorry about that earlier for having you wait.
Okay. It's quite okay.
Shit happens. So first, I want to say just thank you for being a part of the system and the amount of time and effort that you put into producing Northern States Nations and your love for Nations pageantry system and especially me. And so I would like to welcome you as one of the newest members to the board as well. So congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I know that COVID-19, put a ding in your plans. You have really been preparing early. So just tell the viewers what to expect from Northern States Nations, what you got simmering and brewing, and so that they know, what's the tea.
Well, first of all, I hope everyone is doing well considering everything that's going on. I hope everybody is safe, practicing social distancing and wearing a mask, and then not assembling in large crowds. It's very important that we work together to defeat what is going on right now. As far as Northern States is concerned, yes, because of the coronavirus, I was unfortunately, I had to let it go, but it's okay because I believe all things work for the good. I did have a pageant of pageants prepared for prepared for nations this year, and I did raise the bar. However, it just gives me more time to plan an even better pageant, and believe me, the comeback pageant will not be disputed. Nations will be represented and represented well in the comeback for Northern States. So I'm already in the preliminary stages, getting things together, negotiating with venues, sponsors, things of that nature, to go ahead on and deliver and do what needs to be done. The court has already agreed from last year to carry their reign for 2 years, so they'll still be giving up. The current reigning court will still be giving up their titles in 2021.
Treasure,
I'm very happy about that.
Treasure, Christian, and Gloria.
Gloria Sanchez, yes. So I'm very, very happy about that. And they did it without any hesitation. I always say how you treat your court reflects and says a lot, because I didn't even have to beg them to come back or to carry 2 years. Oh, yes, I'm going to give them a bonus, but still, without that, they were still willing to come back. And I just appreciate them. And I just want to do a little shout out to them as well. Christian, Treasure, Gloria, thank you for all you did. I love y'all so much.
Yes. I love all of them, especially Treasure. I ain't gonna say especially Treasure, but me and Treasure have a special bond. I love Gloria too, and Christian is my brother. But Treasure is somebody that I kind of watched in the art form, especially Baker, and she's always been a sweetie, but to really get to really connect with her from being Miss Northern States Nations was a pleasure. And then now she's like my Peach State sister. So yes, that's my girl. But Steven, we're gonna keep you on because we're gonna add in a few more folks. But so Northern States Nations is gonna be next year. You still shooting for May, right? Okay.
I'm pushing for 2 dates actually, Zakia. I'm trying to get it Penn Relay Black Pride weekend. I should be able to get it finally this year. If not, it will be in May again. So it'll be late April or no later than mid-May.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. So in the nation system, we have an MI division, and this next young man is special to my heart. He has been holding it down for the system and doing some amazing things in his personal life. So let's welcome him to the stage, to the den, San Juan.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. So
y'all practicing social distancing?
Yes, we are really social distancing. You are about 80 miles away. Steven is about 200 and some odd miles away. About 30 miles away. So yes, we are definitely social distancing.
Indeed.
Right.
So first I want to start off with how are you and how are you navigating through COVID?
I'm fine. I'm blessed. I've been doing a lot of traveling and with precautions and taking care of myself, taking care of my family, and that's it. I'm not working right now. I'm on administrative leave. By the grace of God, I'm still being paid, so I'm not complaining.
Amen. Administrative leave always means first and 16th check. Yeah.
Oh yes.
There you have it.
So, with hearing me make the announcement that the pageant was postponed till next year, how did you really feel about that?
Honestly, I had my heart set on March, but because of my personal endeavors that I want to do, so I was kind of ready to give up the title. But at the same time, Nations has been good to me. I've always been a supporter of Nations, of the brand, of the foundation. So it's like to hear that it's going to be a whole Nations weekend and all divisions are going to be held. I was excited about it. So I'm excited for next year. I'm excited, and I'm excited to continue my reign a little longer than what I wanted or what I intended to. So it's cool with me. I'm happy about it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your service. You've been a stellar king. Your promos have looked amazing. It didn't look like anything that somebody may have took with a cell phone, and then it was really. So
I'm finna put some out soon. I just did a photo shoot over the weekend, so I'm kind of excited about those photos and excited about putting those out. So just be looking for it.
So when you ran for Nations, why did you want to be a part of Nations?
Well, like I said, even before there was an MI division, I always held Nations Foundation to my heart because of the great things that you guys were doing for the community. Whether it was, individuals with HIV or just homelessness or even your food pantry, when I seen you start and now I see you now, we have our own conversations about it, but to look back where you started and now look at you and I'm just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So it's a wonderful thing to be a part of, and it's helpful in our community, and it's not just talking the talk. Nations, they walk the walk. A lot of people can say they're activists and they're in the community to help people, but you don't see a lot of results. You don't see a lot of results, and Nations is where it's at, man. Nations is where it's at.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm happy to be a part of it.
I'm happy to
Even when
have.
my reign is up, I'm still gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Good.
transition you into a different role.
Yeah, I plan on I've already talked to my promoter, Miss Mimi, about this. I plan on, at first I said I was gonna take a step back, but I think I want to put my hand and help her and help you with the MI and film division, whether it's just being a coordinator or just put my input in there. So that's what I plan to give back to the Nations Foundation when I'm done. So I ain't going nowhere.
We appreciate it, and I think that that would be great. And what I would really like to see is more of the formers, take roles and being active, being part of, emceeing, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really growing, and
Yes.
I got a great village of people who have put it together. But as we're growing, we need more soldiers to make it really run smoothly and make it a success the way that I want it to be. So we're gonna pop in. She is the current reigning Miss Nations, and she hails from Florida. Let's welcome the Queen in the den. Hey, Queen.
Oh, yeah. Come on,
Come
Queen.
on, crown.
Come on,
You don't
Queen.
want to put the
Come
crown
on,
on.
Queen.
Hello. Hello. How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you, babes?
I'm blessed as always. Just happy to be alive and still just be here just another day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I want to ask you, how are you doing navigating through COVID?
COVID-19 has been a real trying time. The quarantine has been very stressful. For a person like myself who is a entertainer first, that is my chosen profession. Not being able to work is hard. But when you are someone who feeds off of the energy of people, not being able to be in a familiar and comfortable space that you have been in for quite some time on a regular basis has also been quite, hard as well. Not being able to interact with your usual customers, your usual patrons and supporters, being on the stage, and not even so much as just performing, but like I said again, just communing with those individuals that come out to support the shows. It's a lot of individuals and patrons that come to the shows and you have these in-depth talks with them after the show. You guys go out to lunch, you guys go out to dinner and your private personal time. So not being able to just do that, has really put a damper on things. But, we have to keep the faith and we have to listen to those who are more well-versed on things than we are, when they tell us that we need to practice social distancing, when they tell us that we need to make sure that we are sanitizing and keeping clean and things of that nature. We have to listen to those individuals because it's very imperative for us to survive as a whole, not just as an individual, but as a whole.
Awesome. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So, how did you feel? I know that we had discussions about your reign being extended before I had kind of made the decision, but to hear me make the actual decision today, how did that resonate with you?
Hearing you make the actual decision that we will be extending our reign was a sigh of relief. Only because when you go into certain things, you go into it wholeheartedly. And when you feel like you haven't had the opportunity to really give it your all, it would have been very depressing, I guess you could say, for me to know that if September came, it would have been the end of my reign, and knowing that I didn't get the full gist of what it meant to be a leader of the nations. Since we started the reign last September, we've had a few national walks, we've had a few performances, but I know that Nations is much more than a pageant, and it means much more than just a pageant to you, Zakia. So when I made the commitment to come and compete for the pageant, I wholeheartedly was looking forward to the community service work that comes along with being Miss Nation. So to know that the quarantine and COVID-19 and the restraints and restrictions that our local government has put on us as people has kind of halted those plans, just to know that we have an extended opportunity to do that in the upcoming year of our extended reign, it put a smile back on my face, and it reassured me that, you know, we have a lot to do, but we only have a short time to get it done. So we have to work very diligently and very hard to make sure that we keep our promise, you know, as representatives of the nation's pageantry system and Nations Foundation, to make sure that we stay visible in our communities, to make sure that we are helping and being a helping hand.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to pose this to the three of y'all, because a lot of times, well, first let's harp on Sage Summers. The beautiful Sage Summers had did a comment, and she was saying, "Good evening, nations. I'm very interested in this brand. Where might I find DVDs for purchase?" Sage, honestly, we don't have DVDs. The first year D-West recorded, and then we didn't have really a videographer in the past years. That's something that we will be doing moving forward. But you could definitely visit our website. It's www.nationspageants.com. And feel free to reach out to any of the reigning court, Asheria for the Miss Division, Brianna Pittman for the Plus Division. So either one of those representatives would definitely give you good information, and we would love to have you be a part of the system. So if you're interested, just feel free to inbox either. But
yes,
where I was going is, and I you know, it's not important that I change that narrative or what people think about me, because at the end of the day, I really don't care. But a lot of people seem to like deter people from doing the contest because they say that I'm this bitch or I'm like this person. So I like, is that the reality of your reign, or have you really enjoyed working with me as an individual? And
Well,
that's,
I guess I'm
that's
gonna speak,
voters, whoever.
and
Yeah.
I'm not your mister, but I am under your umbrella. But I would definitely say that if you're a potential contestant that do not want to work or do not like to work, then this brand is not for you. If you're the type that just want to capture titles and get envelopes, this pageant isn't for you. That's what I will say. So for those that have the opinions, it's because they bumped heads because they didn't want to work, and she called them out for applying for a job that they applied for. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Steven?
I'm going to say, from a promoter's perspective and from a friendship perspective for over 20 years, Zakia's always been a perfectionist, okay? And not everything that she says, she never requires anything that she doesn't deliver herself. So when you have a woman who has taken on a huge franchise like this, there really is no time for games. This is a pageant. This is a business for her, as well as her regular full-time job. That's number one. So if you come in and you're not totally committed, yeah, you're going to have problems, because she's expecting A, B, and C because that's what she's giving. A lot of people, for various systems, and I love them all, but some systems people go into to win, not to reign. Nations is not a system to come into if you just want to win a pageant that night, receive an envelope, like Family just said, and think that's it. No, there's work involved. You will reign at Nation. So if she chalks you, it's not something that's unfair. Everything is in black and white. If you ever get a chance to come to our registration, details, she goes through an entire contract of what is expected from the king, from the queen, from the duke, from the duchess, from the plus, from the fifth. She explains everything. So you know right then and there if that is the size shoe for you to wear. If it is not, at that time you can address her and go ahead on at that nation, maybe it isn't for me. But I will tell you this. Many systems are out there. To me, this is very rewarding because of what it stands for, because of the woman behind it and the message that she promotes and what she's doing. And she instills that in the promoters too, not just her national court. We cannot afford to mess up. I could share a little story with you. When I first came into Nation, where Zakia had to smoke a cigarette and have a conversation with me as we walked around the corner. We won't go into it. But after that conversation, trust and believe, I got myself together. So she not only checks her court, she checks her promoters as well and makes sure that we're in line. As a result of that, I've grown tremendously and I have great respect for this system, great pride for this system. And I instill that in anyone who comes to northern states as well. I look for people who want to reign because my ultimate goal is to prepare you to reign nationally for Nation. So I applaud you, Zakia. I thank you for what you're doing. I pray that you'll continue doing what you're doing and don't be swayed, like you said, by folks' opinion, because I know we're live, but I'll say the other word, because it's like a butt. Everybody's got one. Yeah. That's an opinion, okay? Everybody has one. But at the end of the day, we all have to be us and be true to who we are, and payday will come. So stand for something and don't fall for anything, Zakia. It's a pleasure to be a part of Nation because I'm growing, and I thank you for helping me to grow.
Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you. And I look at, I look at my court like I hold them to the standard that I hold myself, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm a sweetheart, you know what I'm saying? And I still compete and I'm still a promoter and I'm a business owner, you know what I'm saying? And so in anything I do, like you say, I'm a perfectionist. I want it to be perfect. If you're a leader of the nations, you're a symbol of excellence. You know what I'm saying? And then, Black America, I'm a former Black America, Black America royalty. So it's a standard that you expect. It's a level, a certain precedence that you should give. So I just only want from my court, what I present when I'm reigning. So yeah. So September 24th. So it's going to be the meet and greet that Friday night. And then it will be the prelim nights on Saturday and final night on Sunday. And I'm just really excited about that. I'm excited to have a do-over with you all. Some of the highlights was our time when we were at the Airbnb at America. We really had a good time. I was really looking forward to everybody being able to see Philadelphia. I was looking forward to going to Alabama. So, the coronavirus said, world stop.
That's okay. It's going to happen. You're still coming. Everyone. Thank God the courts were extended. And if I may, Zakia, I appreciate our national queen so much because she's not only a queen representing Nation, she's a queen when she's not representing Nation. She's a good person inside and out, somebody who you can call, somebody who calls you. She checks on you. She talks with you. She motivates you. She's just a beautiful symbol of excellence. And Ashiri, I just wanted to tell you that because I never had a chance to. That's why I wanted you to come to Philly so I could really whine and dine you. I appreciate you so much for what you're doing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Don't make me cry.
No.
I mean, I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that because anyone who knows me knows that when I started doing drag and partaking in the art form of female impersonation 13 years ago, it was I started because it was a challenge to me. Someone challenged me. Someone made me feel like I couldn't do it. So I had to let them know that anything that you put your mind to, you can achieve it. And here we are some many years later. I have had the opportunity to win and reign for many systems. But it's something about this system. It's something about the level of professionalism. It's something about the structure. It's something about the clear vision and the direction in which is how can I say, required of you as a representative that really intrigued me about the system. From the promoter, from the moment I arrived in Norfolk, Virginia, from the moment I showed up to registration, everything about it, the way it was planned, the way it was laid out, even though it was a little late behind schedule, but I'm behind schedule, so it worked perfectly for me. But
Look, and that was a glitch like that, like getting that Zoom on, baby, because normally at 5:55 the over should be on. But
to say that is because everything that I was told about the system and everything that I learned and acquired knowledge of in the short time of me preparing to come and compete, it all panned out to be true. Like Zakia said, people can have their own perceptions of you. They can have their own thoughts. We're all entitled to that. Everyone has that right. You know, you are an individual, so you have the right to think for yourself and feel how you feel. But if I went off of the feelings and the thoughts of others, I probably would not be the reigning Miss Nations. Because people say certain things. They say, oh, you know, the pageant is this and the pageant is that and the promoters are this and the promoters are that. I have never been a person who has feared anyone, no matter what level you are at in your career, whether you are a veteran, whether you are a household name, whether you are an industry favorite. It really doesn't matter to me, you know, because I love the art of competition. I love competing. So when I came and competed, and in the end, I was scored fairly. I was treated professionally. I have been maintained and handled in the highest regard by my promoter, and any of the affiliates of the system has really made me feel overwhelmed. Oh, I leaned back a little too far. It has made me feel overwhelmed because you don't run across systems that are like that, too many systems that are like that nowadays. You have a lot of systems that people compete for because of popularity. You know, you have a lot of systems that people compete for because the promoters and the contestants are buddies and they're friends and stuff like that. I didn't know Zakia. I didn't know any of the board members from a can of paint. You know, just being honest, keeping it real. You know, I can't help but be the real individual that I am. And in the short time that we've reigned together, I feel as though we've grown immensely. You know, I've kind of tried to pick her brain at times and figure her out. And some days she'll sit and she'll chat with me and she'll allow me to probe her, you know, for answers to my questions. And some days she'll say, Queen, I'm busy. I got work to do in the office. I'll call you back. Or not right now, you know? And I'd rather it be straightforward than to beat around the bush about it. And I can really say that for anyone who is interested in a system that has a real platform. I'm not talking about that apples and oranges, mom and pop's pageant platforms. I'm talking about a real platform. And people have to understand that. We have to understand that as representatives and competitors and entertainers, we have a responsibility to our own community, because at the end of the day, we turn to our community first for support. We want our community to come out and patronize our pageants. So we need to make sure that we are turning back to that same community and we are giving them all that they need to be better, all that they need to grow, all that they need to succeed. And I applaud Zykia, I applaud you, Stephen, and all of the affiliates of the nation's pageantry system, as well as the nation's foundation, for making sure that we as the representatives have the materials to do so.
Come on, Queen.
Come on,
Okay.
Queen.
Yes,
You need some water? You need some water, girl.
Queen.
Now I need a tissue.
They say the price is right for a reason, but I mean, thank you for being a realist.
It's a lot of systems that I have competed for, I have attended, and to be quite frank, and excuse my language, the reigns are bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The competitors know what they showed up for. They came to get the change, and they know what they're gonna put into it. They're gonna put out one picture, and they're gonna be on hiatus for a whole year, and then at the end of the reign, they're gonna be scrambling, trying to get their good girlfriends to come and compete just so they can have a few numbers. You get what I'm saying? And I'm the type of individual, I tell every promoter that I've ever had, I can only be me. If they don't see the growth, if they don't see how I flourish during my reign, if they don't see how I've enjoyed my reign through the work that I put into the reign, then I really don't think that's the type of contestant I want, because I would hate for somebody just to come and do the pageant off of good girlfriend status, and then you as a promoter and you all as board members end up with a representative that you truly don't want. End up with the representative that truly does not want to help continue the dream to manifest and grow.
That's why I think also, Oshiria, that's our job as promoters. When they come to the prelim and they win the prelim, as a promoter, we should be grooming them for nationals. Just in case they should win, which is the ultimate goal, we should be grooming them for what's to come, because once you win Nations National, it is a business. You must represent. And I take pride in doing that, with the prelim, preparing them actually with the photo shoots, with the live videos, things of that nature that Zykia may require of them at national. And I think sometimes as a promoter, you have to go a little extra to make sure that your contestant is ready on a national level. So again, I totally agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah, because a lot of people fail to realize pageantry, and just being real, pageantry, ballroom, whatever your niche is. If you put your genuine heart into something, it has the ability to impact and also change your life. I will tell you, when I first came out in the scene, before I started doing drag, I was wild and rowdy, rambunctious, would show up to the clubs weekly, nightly, night after night, fighting, attacking, not caring, no respect, didn't care about the community because I felt like the community didn't care about me. I didn't feel like I was a part of the community. I felt like I was just an individual. I was just me. But when I found a love and a desire and a passion for the art form of female impersonation, I took it so serious that it made me want to change the person that I was and how I was conducting my everyday life. I've always been, a person who exuded professionalism, on my regular everyday job. But I just felt like in this lifestyle, in going out amongst my fellow people in my community, I didn't feel like I had a sense of pride. I didn't feel like I had a sense of responsibility. But now I am prideful of being who I am. I really take being a Sharia Price seriously. And anything that a Sharia Price is affiliated with, I have to take it seriously, because I need the people to understand there's a greater good, there's a better purpose if you just open your eyes and see. Our eyes are open, but everybody does not see what they need to be looking at. And I appreciate pageantry. Me wanting to be a title holder, me wanting to reign, and me wanting all of the zhuzh that comes along with being elevated on that platform as a queen made me see all of the little things behind the scenes. There's so many queens that people uplift and they respect, and those same queens could care less about the community, about the scene, about the babies that come behind them when they exit the stage. For me, being surrounded and influenced by queens that cared about who I was off the stage made me a better individual of who I am on stage. And I appreciate those type of entertainments. So that right there alone lets you know when it's something that's genuine, when you have a true passion for what it is that you do. And I got emotional in the interview process as I am now because I looked into Zykia's eyes and I seen the genuineness in her and what she wanted to present. And it made me want to be the queen even more than anything else. It made me want to be her representative more than anything else. More the prize package, the jewelry, none of that mattered in that moment because I saw the genuineness in her, and it made me want to be a part of what she was trying to present and represent and embody for her community.
Woo!
Thank you for that, Ashria. Thank you for like being an amazing representative. Thank you, for really not listening to the naysayers and for giving me a fair chance for you to get to know me as a person. And thank you for seeing my vision and understanding the focus and the platform and the work that we do. And I tell people a lot of times, I love all the pageants because I love pageantry. But Nations is different because we do stand on the principle of aiming to inspire and making a difference in our community. And that is my life's work, to make a difference for my people. And whether they like me or not, I still help them and make a difference for my people. But we are oppressed, we are marginalized, we are being murdered at disproportionate rates. And we are going to always continue to be of service of the community and be the leaders of the nations. So that being said, I appreciate you all for getting on. And go ahead.
One last thing, Zakia.
Yeah.
One last plug. Everyone, please be on the lookout for the newcomer division for 2021. That's all I'm going to say. Be on the lookout for the newcomer division. That's the Duke, the Duchess, and Closet Ball. Okay, y'all, time to prepare is now. Nations is ready. Are you? Go ahead, Zakia.
Did you jump into your new role already? Yes,
okay.
So if you didn't tell by his plug, he is going to be working and coordinating contestants for the newcomer divisions for the Duke and Duchess divisions. So we are happy to have him on board and be a part of, and even Dallas being first runner-up 2 years in a row.
Yes. I still keep coming back for more. So even as someone you guys have been successful at it. And so for someone who hasn't been successful or had the opportunity, I still feel like every year it gives me something to look forward to. And I've never been wrong. It's a very fair system. I'm not just saying that for you. I'm being completely honest and being real. It's a real system, as the Queen said. And I just bow down to you, Queen, literally for you winning. And we appreciate you being Nations, because that's really what the essence of what Nation is. And that's really being real and being in the community. It's not about just winning a crown and then having your hand out and bookings and a crown. And that's where people in pageants sometimes have went. And this really is the pageant that gives back. So we just applaud you and stand with you, Queen. Once your nation's forever. So you have a family. I've supported Nation since the very beginning as a spectator and as a contestant. And I'll keep coming back. And we hope that you come back and we just continue to build it and go across all the nations So thank you.
Definitely.
Well, with that being said, I always like to give my viewers a big, huge smooches. So if y'all could join me in giving them a huge smooch, and we will join the rest of the court will join us next week. So smooches, smooches, be safe, wash your hands, and wrap it up. Make sure you stay safe too. Love y'all.
Love you.
And
Take
always
care.
remember, aim to
Aim to
inspire.
inspire.
Aim to inspire.